Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about taking care of yourself. I'm a hairstylist. I've been doing hair for over 13 years now. Um, if you're a hairstylist, I think you will relate to a lot of the things that I'm going to talk about. If you're new at doing hair, this I think will help you in the long run of like when this shows up of like needing to take care of yourself and realizing the signs of when you're not taking care of yourself will help you, I think, in your business in the long run. Being a hairstylist, even if you're not a hairstylist, I feel like there's a lot of jobs that would relate to what I'm going to talk about. And one thing that when you're a hairstylist is you get out of school and you're just trying to make it. You're trying to get somebody in your chair. You're trying to make some money. Doing hair can be very stressful. It can be very hard. You are putting yourself out there so much for so many new people that you're meeting to see. It's very scary to go up to someone and say, hey, I'm going to do your hair today. They're putting their hair in your hands. And even if you feel confident, if the person in your chair does not have that confidence you have, it can affect you. It can wear you down a little bit if you're not used to it. And a lot of times, stylists that even have been in the business for a long time, they have a clientele, so they don't take as many new clients. Therefore, they don't have to prove themselves in that way to new people as often. When you have to go into, all of a sudden you may change a job, you might end up taking new clients again, and it's like, whoa, I remember this. It is very hard. Being in a position of serving people, taking care of others, it is very easy to be so focused on taking care of your client and doing your job, making sure your boss is happy with you, making sure your coworkers are happy with you, trying to make it in general. You are like pretty much selling yourself. You're saying, hey, this is me. You're showing an image of what they want to see from you, to be professional looking, to be relaxed and make them feel better. So taking care of others and serving others in this way can be very stressful, sometimes without even realizing it. People that you may even like, clients that you may like, other stylists you may like, sometimes things will come up where you feel just stretched. You feel like you have to give more than you feel like you can to make it. So like sometimes clients can be very overwhelming, and they can ask things of you they wouldn't ask for in other like professions. They ask you to come in when you're not supposed to be working. They make you wait on them. They will call you when you're on vacation. A lot of times your time in the salon and outside of the salon can be compromised. It can be you give in too much because you're trying to make the other person happy, but sometimes what we forget about is that client is overreaching the boundaries. So if they do, even if there's someone that you like, having boundaries for yourself, taking care of yourself, having it where you're like, this is my time, this is my client's time. It's very important. There was probably one year in particular that I can think of where I would try to give myself a lunch. And if you're a hairstylist, you know, sometimes you don't get a lunch. But we are working on our feet and burning calories almost all day long. And if you don't eat, your blood sugar goes up and down. It can lead to moodiness. It can lead to stomach issues. It can lead to exhaustion and burnout. And one day, yeah, I can do that. But a lot of times it ends up turning into your life. You don't take a break, because a lot of times in our profession, whether you're self-employed or you're employed by someone else, we don't have a set lunch. We don't have 12 o'clock, okay, you're off the clock, come back at 1 or 12:30. We literally are given lunch when we have time. So it's just become a part of the business. So I tried to take about a half-hour lunch during this time period, and that I was having trouble, and I found that I usually didn't end up getting to eat lunch. I was self-employed at the time, and sometimes when I would do a client, their time would go over like 15 minutes. Sometimes your client would end up coming 15 minutes early. It didn't give me time to make my food. It didn't give me time to eat my food. Being self-employed, I was still renting in a salon, so I was still portraying the salon as, you know, I was still part of the image of the salon. So the salon was, if your client's there, pretty much you work. And even if your coworkers tell you eat lunch, it's just so hard to say no to your clients. And I ended up having trouble where at the end of the day, I would sometimes, all of a sudden, my heart would start pounding. I'd have to sit down because I felt sick. I started getting exhausted to the point of, like, I felt like terrible. And I would have to say, a lot of times the first signs are the little signs. The little signs of, okay, I'm not taking time to eat. That's a giveaway right there. Even if it's a snack, take time. Like, say, hey, I need this. Do you mind if I eat an orange? Do you mind if I make a sandwich that you can eat really fast? A lot of times your clients are like, yeah, go ahead, do it, eat. But sometimes you're so booked behind them that you don't have time if you get behind. But a lot of it is beforehand preparing, making time. So what I did was I ended up having to make myself an hour of lunch. That way, if I ran late, my client ran early, I still had lunch. If I didn't take care of myself, I couldn't do my job. So it was like, but I need to do my job. You can't do your job if you're laying down exhausted and you're sick, because your body is eventually going to show what you're doing to it. Don't have health problems because you can't take 20 minutes to eat. You know, I remember having to stand my ground with clients and say, hey, this is when I'm available next. And, you know, even if you have to go to your employer and say, hey, I need to take that lunch. I need it. Like, I can't function very well. If you're having burnout, say, hey, I am getting burnt out. I need to have my lunch. Most of the time, your employer is not gonna say no. They're gonna understand, you know. It is really good to get busy, but you need to take care of yourself. And another way that I would say that hairstylists don't take care of themselves is treating themselves. And for myself, I missed feeling pampered and special, and yes, I can do all these things pretty much myself, and sometimes I still do them. I did my own hair for around 7 years. I love getting my hair played with. I love to get my hair just done. Um, I can do nails. I can do my own nails, but you know, sometimes you don't want to do it. And you're like, well, what's the point? If I can do it, I am literally, this is my job. The point is that you're worth it. That mentality of feeling like I am worth being taken care of. Even if I have to go to a salon and get my hair done, if I'm on vacation, go get my hair done. Get it just styled if you want it styled. Take time to even like do your own makeup, do your own hair, give yourself hair treatments. Sometimes it's not necessarily what we're actually doing that makes us feel special. It's the fact that you take time for yourself to feel special. So it's like another way of the same kind of self-taking care is to be mindful of whatever you're doing. When you get really busy, it's easy to just go into like a mode of I'm focused, I'm just doing my job, and then by the end of the day you feel like you didn't even live your day. if you've ever had that. I've had it before where it's like I just focus so hard that you're not actually living while you're working. You're talking to people, you're doing all kinds of stuff, but in your head you're just trying to make it through, and just trying to make it through isn't taking care of yourself. So even if you're in a rush, you can inside of you enjoy the moment, enjoy what you're doing. You can be relaxed inside and be like, okay, I'm in this moment. I am loving this moment. I am living my day right now. It's just being self-aware of yourself, letting yourself feel loved, letting yourself feel like, okay, I feel good right now. Like, feel your feelings, feel how you feel. Don't put them to the side and just keep going. You go, okay, I'm doing this, pedicure right now, and I feel pretty good. How do I feel inside? Do I feel stressed? Do I feel relaxed? Do I feel energized? Do I feel tired? Sometimes being aware of what you feel like allows you to take care of yourself. Because if you don't know you're tired, you don't realize that you're not eating, you're not realizing that you're not enjoying yourself, how can you enjoy yourself if you're not? So just being aware of how you feel yourself while you're working can actually make you feel more rejuvenated and happier. So, really taking care of yourself, even if that's going to get a massage, spending time with your family, just preparing ahead of time if you need to, really acknowledging what you want, thinking about what you want. It's really easy when you're doing your job to feel like what I want doesn't matter. I am just taking care of everyone. And it's really hard to truly take care of everyone if you don't take care of yourself. If you love yourself, your kids feel it, your clients feel it, your coworkers feel it, your family feels it, your husband feels it. I mean, your happiness affects other people to actually make them feel good. So a lot of times people think I shouldn't because I need to take care of this. In reality, taking care of yourself in the right way, of being happy, allows other people to feel happier too. Because if you're stressed, a lot of times your kids and your family and your coworkers and your clients feel it. It can actually make them feel like, okay, what's wrong? What can I do to help? And if you feel happy, a lot of times they're like, oh, I really like coming here. You make me feel better. And you're doing what you want to do. You're doing what is going to make them feel happier. So I just wanted to put that out there. Do your makeup. Like, just get up early and do your makeup. If you come home and you just want to feel pretty, put your makeup on then. clean up with your makeup on. Do whatever like makes you happy. Actually think about it. Doing a vision board is actually really fun. It kind of brings out the kid in you. If you ever want to just be like, what do I want? What do I want? What would be something that would, if I could live my life the way I want to, which most of the time we can, what would you do? So, do you want to go on vacations? Do you want to take classes? Do you want to meet new people? Do you like where you're at? What would you like to do with your life? And on a vision board, you get a poster board. I've even done a dry erase boards. And you just make categories. You can clip out like magazine clippings. You can draw, use stickers, markers. Just use your imagination and like write down what you like. It's a lot of fun. And have little parties. So if you have a friend, or you have coworkers, or you have a group of friends, or your family, your kids, do a vision board. It's actually really fun, and it's very rejuvenating. So take a yoga class. I've done deep breathing exercise before. I've done one and it was very relaxing. It was just breathing different ways and allowing like more oxygen to your head, and it just was like, oh, this is like really nice. So there's all kinds of ways to be relaxed. Just take care of yourself. If you find yourself burning out, find a way to make yourself feel better. Take that time for yourself. Don't be worried about taking time for yourself. Let yourself feel that you need something. If you need it, find out what you need. If you find out what you need, tell your family. Sometimes you need to tell your employer or coworkers and say, hey, this is what I need. I'm having trouble with this. I need help. Acknowledging it a lot of times is very helpful because it helps you see what you need. So I hope this video was helpful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, but I hope you have a great day. Bye.